How long do you think you can make a beat for? 30 minutes, an hour, 10 hours, 2 days, a week? Well, here's the thing. My friend and I are going to be making a beat challenge. He's going to make a beat in 10 minutes, and I'm going to be making a beat in 1 hour. We're going to use the same exact loop, and we're going to see, does time really matter? Does time really help anything? Does taking more time on a beat mean that it's going to be better? Or is it just going to be more polished? We're going to find out, so make sure you guys stay tuned for the results. My name is Voltic.
It's Sojish from No Agony.
And today, we're both going to be making beats with the same loop for 10 minutes versus 1 hour. Let's get straight to it.
Hello, it's Sojish from No Agony. And in this video, I will make a 10-minute cook-up with this loop. Let me play this for you. Intro, pre-hook, 16 bars verse, 16 bars hook, and repeat this one more time. I'm gonna use basic A bars clap. Hi-hats, 2 steps. It's just Ctrl C, Ctrl V, yeah. Next I wanna add a snare. Yeah, like this one. I think we can pen it. I click on the Control Note Pen. The next thing we're gonna add is open heads. So let's add the Z. Got itself. Don't forget to click on the sheet. Yeah, I think it's good. Let me add the riser. Split by channel. Can delete all of these. Ctrl Shift to select all of our drum stems. Put this on our playlist. Copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. Yeah, I think we can delete the snare and hi-hats in the first part of the verse. Wanna try to add some more open heads in the end of this part, so I just right click on right here, make unique, Alt U to chop this. I really like to add reverb in the beginning. Let's just add Valhalla Vintage Verb, presets, ambience, right click right there, automatization it.
What's going on, you guys? It's Voltic, and notice I don't have a face cam. This is going to be 1 hour of footage, and I just don't have 1 hour of footage on my face cam, so we're going to be sticking with just just the regular stuff today. I have 1 hour. Here's 1 hour timer. I'm going to play the loop for you guys, and then we're going to talk about a little bit of a plan, what we're going to do. So before we start the timer, let's play the loop. Kind of the plan here today. First, I'm going to try to flip the loop as much as possible, make it super different. I'm going to try to make it as creative as possible. I'm not going to try to stick with the actual regular loop. Without further ado, let's start the timer in 3, 2, 1, boom. 59 minutes is rolling. Now the 1 hour has started. I want to kind of pitch it down, see what it sounds like in another semitone. First, I'm going to try to lay out just the basic drums and see what we can get. Right now I'm just trying to kind of match out the little bounce and the vibe to it. I'm trying to make like a little bounce to it because this type of loop is really bouncy. I'm trying to be as different as possible with this one. Things I didn't really mention earlier in the beginning. First, I'm going to try to get the actual layout of the beat, kind of the idea of the beat that I want. And then we'll go into detail with the drums and everything. And then we'll do arrangements, you know, do stuff with the intro, stuff in the beginning, the middle. We'll do like the main chorus, and then we'll have stuff at the end, like a little outro. And then we'll get into mixing. But that's kind of what I'm going to be doing in terms of planning it out and doing stuff with this beat. Right now, I'm going to try to get the vibe and the bounce right. trying to look for the perfect bounce. I'm trying to look for the perfect kick too, bro. Kick is kind of booty cheeks. Notice how I'm not worrying about mixing at all. I'm not worried about, whoa, what's I don't like this certain frequency. I think this is too loud. Like, I'm just worried about the bounce. That's all I'm worried about. And then we'll go back into the mixing. Alright, so I kind of got the bounce down. I'll kind of explain what the freak I did. Alright, so what I did with the drums is that I tried to find a really good bounce. What I did with these hi-hats right here, I want to point out, is that on the channel rack, I put fill each 2 steps. And as soon as I did that, it would look like this. So then I hold control and select them all, and then I hold shift and I scroll on my scroll wheel to kind of offset them just a little bit, so we get this bounce. So they're not perfectly on time, but it sounds realistic. You don't want to do it too much though. You just do a little bit like this. And that's how you get the bounce. So yeah, that's one thing I did with the hi-hats. Everything was just really just by ear. I just did whatever sounded good. I wanted to get some tight percussions because I didn't want too much going on. And then I also added this little like shake pattern. And that's basically just to add a little more hype. And then what I did is I made it really low and I just cut off the highs and lows of it with the EQ to kind of make it a little more minimal. And then right here, I had Nick Mira's drum sample or hi-hat drum sample. And then when I did here, make it sound all cool and robotic-y, is I had a tremolator that makes it have that little groove. So this is without it. And then here's with. Just to add a little more groove to it, a little more bounce, and I'd pitch it down a lot. So that's really it with the drums though. Now I'm going to kind of go into sound selection, sound designing, and just a little bit of arranging with the melody. So that's really what I'm going to be doing here. First of all, I really want to change some of the drum sounds. You know, some of the drum sounds are nice, but they're not the best. We need to play with the melody, and we're just going to surf through some sounds and see what sounds good. First I want to start with the snare. So right now I have at least 4 layers for the snare, which is kind of a lot of snare layers. So I kind of want to route them into one little separator right here in the mixer. A little bit of leveling, not really huge mixing. So then let's go on to like the percussions and like the hi-hats and stuff. I don't really like this hi-hat sound. I think the drums are alright. So I'm just going to do a little bit of cleanup on my mixer and then kind of organize everything. So we have 40 minutes left. So I kind of want to get going with our melody as well. So I don't really like the pitch of the melody, so I'm going to change it. Alrighty guys, we just hit the 30-minute mark and I did some changes and I'm going to explain everything because I have time to explain because I rushed everything. So I have time to explain what the freak I just did and how I did it. I did some arrangements. I haven't really done anything with mixing yet. I just did leveling, but this is what it sounds like. And I changed it to the original pitch. Didn't slice it up or anything. I didn't do anything crazy. Just kept the original song. And then here's the drums. Now, one thing you probably can hear is this vocal. Yeah, so this was a one-shot I found. It was a one-shot in Bento Scum Kit, and I really liked it. And then I just slapped a ton of reverb with this Valhalla Vintage verb. This is what it sounds like. Really like it. It's really minimal, not too crazy. You can still hear it in the song. So here's the drum. I mixed the 808 a little bit, put a fast distortion on it. Slap this in, and then I added an EQ, boost a little bit of the mids and the very, very lows, take out some of that nasty high end like the treble. It's really all I did, and then I lowered the volume. In terms of mixing, I haven't mixed yet, so that's actually what I'm going to do right now, and we only have 28 minutes. That is not any time for mixing, so we're going to shut up, we're going to stop talking, but as you can see, I did little arrangements. I kept this, and I just pitched it down. I kept the tremolator, I really liked it. This is like a completely different beat because I literally just went through and just changed basically everything. I really liked how minimal this hi-hat was. Short DL hi-hat, nothing much, nothing big. In terms of mixing everything, I kind of want to mix this melody a little bit. I do notice that there's some missing frequencies in the high end. kind of just really minimal EQ tweaking here. It's already a spacious, pretty open melody. We can add maybe a little bit of reverb. What I did here is I just had the tremolator, went to this Wolitzer MIDI, and it adds like this like trance effect. In turns, we're not done with arrangements and everything. We still have to do intros and stuff. So 1 minute mark, if we want to do a little bit of arrangements, I can just copy and paste this and then maybe make some arrangements like this. We'll have only the hi-hat and snare play. And I didn't mention that I added a little rim shot. That's what makes it really punchy. Let everything stop. Now we just have to add my tag. I don't have 7 Harvest's tag, but you can play it right now if you want to. Harvest. That's right. We'll have this play, my little tag. 21 minutes. That's actually not bad. Now we can do all the mixing, and I can kind of break down the mixing a little bit. Right off the bat, I can already hear the snares very loud. 808's a little loud. One of the tips in my mixing tutorial is lower to louder. Now, I definitely love this trick because I literally have everything low, and then I just increasingly get them louder. What I do like to do though, I like to go into my master, and I like to get this thing. Where is it? So the dB, it's a Fruity dB meter. Here it is. A little bit more of a visual than just a little sidebar here, but check this out. So we're at 0, which is exactly where we want to be. The only thing I think that can be past 0 will be the kick. I do want the kick to clip a little bit. The Nick Mirror Magma drum kit, he has really cool transient kicks. They're not like actual like boom sub bass type of kicks, just for the transient. So it's okay if we do go past 0 with the kick. I do hear some things. It's a little muddy here. Notice how there's not much high end as well. So I think this vocal can be turned down. Stereo enhancer, maybe if we can have it left to right. What I did with the spins is I tried to make it like a hard 808 with the distortion and an EQ. Because here's without. Boring. Now this 808 has some character. We have 16 minutes, so that's 16 minutes to spare. It looks like we're basically almost done. I just did some mixing. I did a lot of experimenting. I did a lot of sound designing. So I'll just show you each sound one by one. So that's the snare. That's one layer of the snare. This is the open hat. Here's the spins. And then the vocal. And then a little percussion I had. More percussion. Notice how I had tight percussion like I said earlier when I was doing it. A little doop. A little triangle. And then we have our hi-hat. Background snare. And then we have our second layered snare, which is the rim shot. Kick an 808. At the very end, we can like export the beginning here. We can do a little reverb intro. Some people don't like reverb intros at all. Some people do. And then I'll take the consolidated sample, and put it in the beginning here. So we'll cut the remainder. Hey, yo, folks, that is cool. Hold on, maybe we put a little filter on it. Yeah, that is tough as fuck. I really like that. But this is a complete beat for sure. Let's save it one more time. Wow, this beat took me 1 hour to make. That's crazy, and I've done so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. This took a lot of time and effort to make this 1 hour type of beat. I'm sure Odish's is freaking crazy as well. I can't wait to hear what his sounds like. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Just note, guys, No Agony sends loops every Friday. If you want to sign up to our weeklies, you can. Just send us a message. We have super talented people on the internet that make loops like this, like 7 Harvest, and many others as well. So you guys need to go check that out immediately. You can go check out our main channel, also have loops there as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you found some tips and tricks and some things that Otis and I have done, and we'll see you in another tutorial.